And so some of these benchmarks may be like the software engineering benchmark. It's like a set of data sets that has coding problems, very hard coding problems, easy problems, and they just have the AI or model effectively just run through this data set and solve them and see how they perform, right? Another really interesting one that I like is called Humanity's Last Exam. And you might have heard of it before because with Grok 4, which is one of the state-of-the-art models that everyone's talking about today, that's released by XAI. XAI Grok 4 model performed very well at Humanity's Last Exam. And it's like a set of 2,500 different questions curated by different experts in the world. And, it's really meant to challenge AI, like, can it really answer the question or not, right? And yeah, there's just a lot of benchmarks, a lot of subjective nature to it, a lot of trial and error as well. Um, and uh, it's interesting because when it comes to benchmarks, there's a lot of like closed source models that have been historically doing pretty well at these benchmarks. And then you also look at kind of like open source models, right? Which is very important and kind of like more catered towards where crypto is headed on kind of like making AI more open and accessible for everyone as well. If you look at like open source models, trails behind closed source models when it comes to the benchmarks and state of the art, right? And there's been a couple of times or periods where open source models actually beat closed source models in benchmarks. And a very common one of that everyone knows about is kind of like when DeepSeek released their open source model. It actually topped pretty much in terms of benchmark. So DeepSeek R1 was a reasoning model. Everyone used it. And when people benchmarked it as well, it was killing all the closed source models in terms of performance, intelligence, etc. Right?